Let me take you into one of the biggest debates happening in Australia right now. A debate that sits right at the crossroads of technology, safety, and how we raise our kids in a digital world. Australia is seriously considering one of the boldest moves we've seen in years. A nationwide ban on social media for anyone under the age of 16. Yes, you heard that right. A full stop, no TikTok, no Instagram, no Snapchat, no late night scrolling under the blanket. But why? What has pushed a country known for its laid-back culture into taking such a hard stance? Well, it starts with a growing storm of concern. Parents, psychologists, teachers, even the kids themselves have said that social media is becoming more than just a distraction. It's affecting mental health, self-esteem, sleep, bullying, and the list keeps getting longer. The government believes that by raising the minimum age to 16, they can create a sort of digital buffer zone, a period for kids to grow without constant comparison, curated influences, and algorithm-driven pressure. But here's where things get interesting. Because the public, they're divided, deeply divided. On one side, you have people saying, finally, this is long overdue. They argue that kids simply aren't equipped to navigate a world where every thought, every selfie, every mistake can be screenshotted, shared, and judged by thousands of strangers in seconds. They point to rising anxiety levels, body image issues, online predators, cyberbullying that doesn't stop when the school bell rings. And honestly, they have a point. But swing to the other side of the conversation, and the tone changes. Some people say banning social media is like trying to stop the tide with your hands. They argue that kids will find loopholes, fake birthdays, VPNs, second accounts. They worry it puts too much power in the hands of the government, and they ask the real question no one wants to say out loud. Are we treating the symptoms instead of addressing the root problems? Because the reality is, social media is not just entertainment anymore. It's how young people communicate. It's how they learn. It's even how they build early digital skills for the future workplace. So banning it completely could also mean cutting off a huge part of modern teenage life. Then there's the cultural side. Many parents say they feel overwhelmed. They want help. They want boundaries, but they don't want the government raising their children for them. Others say the ban gives families the breathing room they desperately need. A reset button, a moment of silence in a world that is always on. So what's the real impact likely to be? Well, if this ban goes ahead, here's what might happen. First, a massive shift toward offline childhood. More sports, more hobbies, more face-to-face socializing. Second, a rise in underground tech behavior. Kids creating secret accounts, learning how to bypass restrictions. Third, a potential drop in cyberbullying cases, but maybe a rise in the feeling of social isolation, especially for kids in remote areas. Fourth, parents may finally get a chance to breathe. Teachers too, a chance to reset how kids interact with the world. But the biggest impact? A national conversation about what it actually means to grow up in the digital age. Because whether you agree with the ban or not, whether you think it's smart or unnecessary, one thing is clear. Australia is forcing the world to ask a very uncomfortable question. At what age should a child be allowed into the global stage of social media, where the whole world can see them, judge them, influence them, and shape their identity? This debate isn't just about TikTok or Snapchat, it's about the future of childhood itself. And like any big change, the real verdict won't come from politicians or tech companies. It will come from parents, from communities, from young people themselves, and maybe, just maybe, from a future where kids can grow up a little slower and breathe a little easier. This is Australia's digital crossroad. Where it leads next, we're all about to find out.